A woman went to the doctor complaining of electric shocks running down her legs. What the doctors found definitely was shocking. All right. Anyone have any idea what it was? So take a look right here. Any idea? Tapeworms in the spine. Tapeworms! So she had been feeling weak, had even been falling down from this, and it was an infection from Echinococcus granulosus. This is a small tapeworm found in dogs, sometimes in farm animals, and it can cause these types of infections, which is called cystic echinococcus. So in this case here, what you're seeing is this little buildup in the spine, and you see that area right there? I mean, this is one of those cystic lesions, and it can be very harmful, slowly enlarging, pressing on the spine, all of those nerves. It's often asymptomatic, but then the problem also is it can burst, rupture, cause more problems. And this is never something that if someone came in to the ER, for instance, with these symptoms, I'm thinking, oh, that's just cystic echinococcus.
Yes, exactly.
Of course it is.
Well, so this is really fascinating because it's so rare for this to collect in the spine. Even when this happens, it's usually transmitted by dogs, and specifically dogs that are around cattle and livestock, where they might be consuming these tapeworms and then transmitting them to hosts. But even when it occurs in humans, it's usually in the liver or the lungs. And like you said, I think the much more dangerous aspect is when these cysts rupture, it causes a tremendous allergic reaction in the body, as you can imagine, because your body doesn't want to see tapeworms running around in there. But in this case, it was compressive. It was actually pressing on her spine, and that was what was causing the symptoms.
But the good news is surgeons were able to go in and remove this. She was put on anti-parasitic medications with a good result because it was at least caught early enough, although it would have helped to have been diagnosed even earlier than this. Remember how we were talking earlier about being overly cleanly? Well, I think this is an example where if you're out and you're maybe you're hanging out with the dog and you pick up some feces and it gets on your hands, or any of those types of scenarios, that's where it's okay to be a little bit more cleanly. So I think these are some examples of when, okay, let's clean up really good here. I don't need to be, I'm touching, these animals and some of their droppings. That's probably not the time to, eat a sandwich and lick your fingers without washing your hands.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest.
No,
that's
true.
how these things happen. So it is nasty, which is why we don't do that. Sorry.
Yuck.
It is yuck. I'm still a little kid at heart. I can't help it.